We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Duke national champion. Hasn't paid for a meal in Durham, North Carolina since 2002. It's Jay Williams.
Nor do I plan on paying for a meal anytime soon, my man. But you know what? Free food out here for these guys on the court tonight. They're ready to eat. Let's check out the action.
Jay, I have the tab the next time. Let's do this. Rip City begins the game with the basketball. 49 wins for the Trailblazers last year. That was good for third in the West. Jay, what's your projection for this season?
Well, the projection is that they can't afford to stumble out of the gates, which they've done over the last couple of seasons. Unfortunately, I think this team is stagnant to a certain degree. They have great talent, but I don't think they have the pieces to win in the gauntlet of the West.
Screen coming. Lillard to McCollum. And the Clippers able to clear the board. And a nice finish at the rim.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Beverly into the front court. Leads a bucket. George, defended by Yusuf Nurkic. To McCollum. To Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George, 4-2. The follow won't go either. To Ken Bazemore. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Beverly into the front court. 2-point advantage. To George. Has a look. George with a shot, no good. Knocked loose. Lillard. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. To Paul George. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. It's PG for 2. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Lillard to Whiteside. Work it down to Nurkic. No good. Clippers have the basketball. George. Rocking the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Calls out of bounds off Kent Bazemore. Here's Leonard for 2. Not that time. Deep three at the buzzer. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has the making to be a big-time game.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
McCollum to Lillard. Portland down to 4 to shoot. McCollum and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Beverly into the front court. Up by 6. To Leonard. Curling inside. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's got 2 shots coming. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. First try, no good. Missed the second one as well. Beverly into the front court. Up 6. To Leonard. Trying to cash in, off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Dame rises. D has got it. Damian Lillard, 2 of 4 now.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. George sizing up Nurkic. They'll get it down to Leonard. Working the outside. To George. Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking?
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Shot from the lane won't go. The follow won't go either. To Lillard. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended. To Ken Bazemore. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Lillard. Almost unlucky bounce. Lillard Lillard for 2. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Lillard. D's got it. Damian Lillard. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Clippers will start the second half with a narrow lead. It's obvious how these guys scored the majority of their points, and that's in the paint. They did a great job of scoring down low. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Trailblazers are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And even though they're losing, you don't see a lack of confidence from their shooters. That could be the difference for them in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Missed threes.
Given the number of long-range attempts by these squads, you'd think they were raining threes on each other. As you know, of course, that wasn't the case.
Player of the half.
Paul George was all over the boards in the first half. You've got to appreciate his determination when shots go up.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in LA. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in LA now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. Shot for Leonard, no good.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Screen coming. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Patrick Beverley. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
McCollum to Lillard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Damian Lillard. Not much more the defense could have done. Hits a contested 3.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
George sizing up Nurkic. Nice pass to set things up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
McCollum into the front court. His guys down 3. Screen coming to Lillard. D's got it. Damian Lillard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Lillard to Whiteside. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Paul George. Gets it in the left corner. C.J. McCollum. Missed it. L.A. Clippers with the basketball. George to Leonard. Probing the defense. Kawhi Leonard. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
McCollum with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. To Lillard. Has a look. Swings it deep to there. Won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Paul George to Leonard. A lot of contact. No whistle. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. He'll put it up at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Clippers have the lead. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
It's Portland ball. Lillard to Ken Bazemore. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the right corner. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24 to Lillard. 4-3. And Damian Lillard, right in his wheelhouse, hits the catch-and-shoot 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
PG lets it fly. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
George to Leonard. Paul George. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. To McCollum. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Lillard, tough matchup against George. Trying to cash in with the step back.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Kawhi Leonard against the Lehigh product. George on the drive, but his shot misses. Portland has the ball. Nurkic matched up with Paul George. Has a chance. Can't connect. Beverly into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Hat-trick Beverly. Looking good. 4 for 5.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
McCollum to Lillard. Has a look. Lillard shot, no good. To Paul George. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
From the outside, no good. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard to George. Probing the defense. George, defended by Yusuf Nurkic. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Knocks it down off the step back.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Two huge free throws in a one-point game. Intentional foul is going to make him earn it at the line.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Now the Blazers will use a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one by 3. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers edged out a close victory in today's game. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Trailblazers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
Paul George could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.